The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had indeed changed. In your opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
You must leave me alone now. I have agreed to everything. Even to...
But you do realize your mother will have to accept the consequences of her acts.
I hope that your search will prove successful and bring Sarah back to us soon.
I'll be leaving now because whatever it is you're up to, I do not want to know.
Since then, we have become one and the same. We have officially erased the identity of my sister Emma. Emily Hillsborough, the woman with two faces.
Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
Okay, so we are starting episode 3. This is the Conclave. Now we have 3 manuscripts to equip. Oh, and it looks like we can get the encyclopedia. That is fantastic. And we still need some more items here. So let's get, with these 2 more, we already have science. So let's do linguistics and diversion. Now we will start the quest.
Don't move.
Ooh, disconcerted. Someone threw you off balance. The cost of effort points increases when using your skills. Use a golden elixir to cure yourself.
Wait, I don't...
So you've come at last.
Easy. Let me turn around. Oh my god, Mother, what has happened to you?
Who are you?
What? But, Mother!
Who are you?
It's me, Louis, your son.
No, you lie. You won't catch me out like that. Louis isn't here. He obeys his mother. He would never have come here.
Mother, I don't know what you've been through, but lower your arm, please.
You think I was born yesterday, do you? But it won't work.
I'm begging you.
One day you will fall.
Mother!
Why are you here?
Oh, we have a confrontation with our mother. Let's see, I'm here for her. Lord Mortimer wrote to me. I'm here to save her. It's time to go home, Mother. Remind her about the quest of the book. Oh boy. Let's see what happens. This will use our psychology skills, so it's time to go home, Mother.
Let's go, Mother. Let's go home.
In all my heart, there's nothing I want more.
Oh, yes, we got it.
But I know you won't let me leave. You are evil incarnate. Every word that comes out of your mouth is sharper than a razor blade.
I don't wish you any harm. Really, Mother. It's me, Louis.
Don't speak to me about him. You will never get him.
Mother, stop torturing yourself. It really is me, Louis. How can I convince you?
If you really are who you say you are, what was the saying I taught you?
You've been telling it to me since I was 3 years old, Mother. How could I ever forget it? Always keep your mind logical.
That said rational. So, and open, open, and open. Right, well, and open. Let's go with the one that doesn't involve a skill.
And open.
You knew it. You are smart. You're getting me muddled up. Tell me, rather, whose place were we at when I told you I was coming here?
Mother, I really am your son. You can't trick me. We were in Paris. We were investigating an art dealer.
His name?
Oh, now they're testing my memory. I believe it was von Borchardt.
I just told you, you can't trick me. His name was von Borchardt.
My God, everything is lost then. I refuse to believe it's really you, Louis. Otherwise, all this would be for nothing.
Mother, I don't know what happened to you, but don't worry. Everything is going to be fine. I'm here for you, and
No! I ordered you not to come with me.
I received a letter, and Lord Mortimer informed me of your disappearance. So I took the...
No! 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 It's not true. It's a nightmare. Don't tell me that. Have you spoken to him?
Oh, shit. She's completely panicked because I spoke to Mortimer. It seems she's afraid of what he might have said to me about her.
Did he speak to you?
Oh boy, he wasn't here when I arrived, of course. Or is she afraid of what he might have said about Adams? Let's try that.
Mother, I don't know what you're imagining, but don't worry. Everything will be all right. If you're worried about what I might think about Elizabeth Adams, honestly...
Oh, Louis! Elizabeth is the last of my worries right now. I did what I could for her, but it was too late. Very well. Logical and open, Louis. Since you arrived on the island, has anything strange happened to you?
Depends on what you mean by strange.
Well, Elizabeth's murder, having visions, Mortimer's secret study, like finding out about your past with Elizabeth, and finding my mother with one hand less. Well, that's kind of a big deal, so all of these have happened. I'm curious to know why she only has one hand.
Personally, I think that you being missing for 3 days and then me finding you underground, minus a hand, well, that qualifies as strange, don't you think?
No, my hand is not important for the moment. If that's the only thing you found that shocks you, then all is well. Now shut up and listen to me. We might still have a chance. Something of utmost importance is going to play out right here.
What are you talking about?
A conference, Louis. I should think all Mortimer's guests have arrived by now, haven't they?
Yes, they have. Since this morning.
Perfect. The conference will be able to begin.
Very soon, I should think.
Indeed. It shouldn't be long and...
Let me finish. We haven't time. You will attend this conference, and you must find out what Mortimer is up to. Don't trust him, Louis. Understood?
Does she know about the project?
But what's it about?
No matter. I'd wager it's about a vast acquisition of some territory in North America. This, however, is not the issue.
But don't you think that...
Louis, I made a mistake by coming here. We are in the lion's den.
What do you mean?
Mortimer, Holm, their guests. Watch what happens. Do you think it's normal that the representatives of the most powerful nations are here all on their own without anyone else? On an island in the middle of nowhere in total secrecy?
No, not really, but...
Louis! They shape the world. They manipulate us. Everything is decided here and now. They create and break states, provoke wars, destitute governments, or decide who will be their leaders. Open your eyes!
What is she talking about?
Mother, calm yourself, please.
Nothing is impossible for them. They are capable of reaching everyone, wherever they may be. Through high society banquets, they model the future of us all. And it isn't at all an issue for them.
And? What do you propose?
It's time to act, my son. You will go to this conference, and from the inside, you'll do everything you can to prevent Mortimer's plan from going ahead smoothly. We can talk later. I'll explain everything.
But why?
Do as I say, Louis. It's of the utmost importance. Beware of Mortimer. He won't let anything stand in his way.
You promised me that after...
Yes, after. Go now.
Yes, Mother, I'm going. One more thing, Mother. Emily Hillsborough, Emma's sister, came to this island looking for her sister. She probably won't hesitate to take revenge and...
It's the signal that the conference is starting, Louis. Don't be concerned about the Duchess. She's the last of our worries.
Well, that is interesting. Our mother, I know she's been through a lot. Obviously, she somehow lost a hand. But I am confused as to what her intentions are. Like, what kind of motives does she have?
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
As this game progresses, it's getting harder and harder to figure out who to trust. Now, I believe there was something, I think we already got what was over here, but I believe, yeah. Pretty sure there's one thing over here I want to get before we go back inside. And around the corner over, yes.
Honey, the remedy of the
There we go.
gods.
And let's get rid of this negative effect, and then we can head back inside. Now we are back in here. Oh, we have a guard over here. Let's see if we can interact with him.
Monsieur de Richet, you're the only one missing at the conference. Please join the guests.
Oh, okay, I guess it's not through that door. So that also means that there's not going to be anybody around to talk to. So let's... Oh, what is this? Did I miss? Or is that just a painting of this? Yeah. Okay. Oh, what do we have here? Let's check. Oh, we have a box over here.
There's the alchemical symbol of the earth on the lid.
We have the left key. Alright, we found some items. That's perfect. Ooh, mysterious notes. I wonder if we can look at our inventory here. Well, we don't have... Wow, okay. So we picked up mysterious notes, but we can't we can't do anything with them. Let's see here. Oh, I love having subterfuges.
A fragment of amber.
A guard who's blocking our way, so we must be here that we are where we have to go anyway. And let's see. Okay. We can go back out, but that's to the garden. So, looks like we're going through here.
Indeed, I believe he did. I had some respect to any other journalist.
Totally wrong, I assure you.
I have suspected it for some time.
That does seem the same.
Okay. Well, we are in the Conclave room. So let's check. Oh, there's amber, it looks like.
Amber.
I love how he says that. Amber. And a collection coin.
Bazant.
I have already
Box.
told her so once, by your desire.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol in water.
Yes,
Oh,
because
we
she
don't.
asked
We
him
have the
at
left
last,
key.
and he could not help answering her, but she said he seemed quite angry.
And
Spoken.
oh, subterfuges.
Your conjecture is totally wrong, I assure you.
I have suspected it for some time, but now I'm convinced.
I have already told her so once,
Excellent.
by
We're
your desire.
replenishing
Are
our
you quite
inventory
sure,
here.
sir?
Oh, more amber.
Is there not a little mistake somewhere?
Yes,
All right.
because she asked him at last.
Nobody seems
and
to
he could
care
not
that
help
we
answering her, but she said he seemed quite
just pick
angry and being spoken to.
pick locks and all that stuff. We can keep on looking around. Is that? Oh yeah, that's a coin right there. There's something here.
Yes, because she asked him at
Okay,
last,
our Carmelite
and he could not help
water is
answering her,
full.
but she said he seemed quite angry and being spoken
And that's that. Next skill is free. So I might as well use that and we'll get a
Permalite
free
water
skill.
will give me a little reprieve.
And who do we want to talk to here? We have... Everybody's kind of split off. Jacques Proust sitting there by himself. I want to talk with Washington and Mortimer. Just... I'm curious to know what they're going on and what my mother's been talking about.
Ah, Louis, I've been expecting you. Thank you for joining us. We are about to begin our conference. Let me explain what is at stake.
Thank you kindly, but what do you expect of me exactly? My mother's the one who's supposed to attend, not me.
That is indeed what was initially intended. Unfortunately, she still hasn't been found, and my guests can't stay here indefinitely. The conference must begin, and it would be truly beneficial to the Order to join in the project. Consequently, I would like you to replace her during her absence. What is at stake here is of the utmost importance.
It's important that the French Order gets their say. And should you need any advice, don't worry. You are not alone, Louis.
Very well.
What is this conference about? How does a conference work? More questions, I have more questions. Okay, well, let's ask, how does a conference work?
In concrete terms, how do you organize your discussions?
A conference is always organized the same way. There are two masters of ceremony who determine an important subject.
You and Sir Gregory, I presume.
Exactly. We shall be the masters of ceremony. It was our obligation to each bring to the table several guests in order to debate a subject. Once the debate is closed, a decision will be made by a vote of all the participants.
By a unanimous vote. If the project is not agreed on by all, then it will be rejected.
And neither of the two masters of ceremony have the right to vote.
It's up to the guests alone to decide, Louis. In other words, us.
Gregory and myself are merely the go-betweens. Finally, if the project is validated, each guest goes home and starts working to make it happen.
It can take years.
What is this conference about?
Can you give me a brief explanation of the aim of it all?
Of course, Louis, I was coming to that. The aim of these meetings is to bring together the most influential people in order to think together about the future.
But the future of who?
Of the world, Louis.
Our desire is to steer the destiny of our respective countries for the good of all, and to no longer suffer the random hazards of history.
All right, more questions. Have you been operating for long? Do you meet often? And what major decisions have you already orchestrated? Let's start with, have you been operating for long?
How long have you been active?
Oh, this tradition has more or less always existed, Louis. It has continued from generation to generation.
Do you meet often?
Do you often hold this kind of society dinner?
In general, once a year, but in actual fact it tends to be events that dictate our gatherings.
What major decisions have you already orchestrated?
Can you give me an example of an event that was decided here before being implemented in the outside world?
Well, take the French Revolution. It was decided right here 2 years before its implementation in France.
Concerning the case of the French Revolution, I wasn't invited. But as far as the American Revolution is concerned, Louis, I can testify that we planned it 5 years before implementing it, for example.
Okay, so we asked everything, so let's say I have no more
Louis,
questions.
let me keep you a moment.
Oh, this should be interesting.
I would like to let you in on a secret before we begin, because I'm going to need your assistance. You see, the project I'm going to present concerns the territory of Louisiana in North America. It's currently Spanish territory, and I'm going to make the proposition to the Assembly for it to become French.
What's that got to do with me, or continue? Well, let's know what he has in store for us.
But how does that concern me?
Well, you see, I prepared this project with your mother. We began thinking about a crazy idea. Unfortunately, Sarah went missing before getting the bigger picture. I don't intend to stop at Louisiana. My idea is to increase the territory of the United States. The first stone of this vast project consists of getting Spain to cede Louisiana to France. Once it becomes French, France will hand it over to the United States, which will then allow them to double the size of their territory. And that's where you come in. France and the United States, hand in hand, two democracies illuminating the world.
Where does this project extend? How far does this project go? I don't see what I've got to do with it. And continue. So, we used our item, so it doesn't cost anything. So where does this project extend? How far does it go?
But why spread it over 2 phases? Why not announce the overall project immediately?
Unfortunately, if Spain were to hear that the intention of all this is to allow the United States to grow, they would never sign. Manuel Godoy is perfectly aware of President Washington's appetite. If the United States took Louisiana, Godoy would know full well that he will have lost the entire North American continent. Things must take place in several stages. Otherwise, the change will be too brutal, and he will have no choice but to reject the project. Take a look at them. Apart from President Washington, they all belong to monarchies. Do you really think they won't resist? Of course they'll fight, fearful as they are of losing their precious privileges. But the world needs visionaries, like you, like your mother. It's a pity Sarah isn't here to see it. She only knew about a tiny part of the project. I hope I can count on you, Louis. It's time to start now. I must ask you to keep it to yourself for the time being. Take a seat, follow the discussions. We'll have an opportunity to catch up later, and you'll be able to let me know your thoughts.
Blast it, Mother. You didn't know about everything. His project is commendable. Why tell me to beware? Could you have gotten it wrong?
I can tell you that someone is an idiot. That makes no sense at all.
My friends, I propose we get started. First of all, I would like to thank you for taking the time to come.
The honor is ours, my lord.
As per our custom, here we are all together to discuss the face of tomorrow's world. Even though there may be certain tensions between our nations, I must ask you to keep an open mind. As Sarah de Richet is unable to be among us, please welcome Louis de Richet, who will represent the Golden Order and will vote on its behalf when the time comes.
Welcome among us, Louis.
Welcome, Monsieur.
I hope he'll be more effective than his mother regarding the protection of the King of France. The Order has proved particularly inefficient.
Come, Manuel, you're not going to spoil our visit. The Order's mission was not to protect King Louis XVI, as far as I am aware.
We are talking about a king of divine blood, for goodness sake. It seemed obvious to me he needed protecting. If the Golden Order wants to pride itself on being an influential organization, it should have kept him alive.
So we can thank them for their welcome, put Godoy in his place, or give a nod without saying anything. Well, I think I don't want to get aggressive with anybody yet, so let's just thank them.
Thank you all. I am honored to be among you today. I will strive to represent the interests of the Order as best I can.
Perhaps we may begin, Lord Mortimer.
Certainly. I have a dream that our nations will continue to support each other, more now than ever before. A dream that, for the sake of common good, we will do what it takes to ensure stability in the modern world. I have a dream that we shall lead by example and ensure that the American territory may remain in peace.
Thank you for the thought, Lord Mortimer, but I don't see where you're leading.
I'm coming to it, Mr. President. I need not remind you that North America is currently divided between the United States on the East Coast and Spain, which occupies the remaining 2/3 of the continent. Well, I propose that Spain cede the center of the continent to France, namely all of Louisiana.
Louisiana? But, well, it is not for sale. Lord Mortimer, I sincerely hope I have not come all this way just to hear you ramble on about what Spain should and should not do. When we went to all the trouble of gaining the territory a few years ago, it was not just to lose it today. Have I made myself clear?
What did I tell you, William? You speak of union, and yet here you are, about to tear us apart.
Duke Manuel, I perfectly understand you. But rest assured, you will soon adore my proposition. You shall see.
Well, since you give me the choice, my good fellow, allow me to doubt it. However, I am impatient to hear what Spain could possibly gain from the sale of Louisiana.
I never spoke of a sale, my good fellow.
What? But I do not understand.
There is one more territory left to conquer, if I'm not mistaken, in the northwest. It is, of course, occupied by your notorious Indians, but...
We shall soon be rid of the savages, so that is not a question.
They are not savages. Keep quiet. So, we're French. We're just... let's just keep quiet.
Duke Manuel, I believe that Spain should cede Louisiana to France free of charge.
This is utterly grotesque, Lord Mortimer. What a strange example you set for your young protégé. Isn't that so, Monsieur de Richet? Do you understand anything of this proposition?
Okay, it would protect you from the Americans. It would protect you from the British. Well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're allies with the British. Oh boy. That one costs a lot. But being they're in North America.
If I were you, Senor Godoy, I would think twice before stirring up a scandal.
I beg your pardon?
Given the size of your colonies, you won't be able to keep them for long. A number of countries are eyeing them as we speak. The United States would have no trouble taking them. For all intents and purposes, you have no army in place. By wanting to keep everything, you risk losing it all, especially your colonies in South America, which are far more valuable to you.
That is indeed the danger, Duke Manuel. If it comes to war over Louisiana, you will lose. And probably a good deal more than you now imagine.
Young man, you are indeed a dark horse, aren't you?
I must say, William, I find your project mostly disfavors me. I thought you were my friend.
And I am, Mr. President. That is why I'm doing everything in my power to calm your expansionist fervor. France, in Louisiana, should persuade you not to attempt anything to take the territory by force. Louisiana is a vast wetland where you would needlessly lose most of your troops. It would weaken you and offer certain nations the perfect opportunity to take back your famous United States. I am protecting you from yourself, George. Trust me.
I understand. But with friends like you, sir, I certainly don't need any more enemies. I hope you know what you're doing.
We can... Look at that.
Am I imagining things, or does it look like Washington isn't aware of Mortimer's plan?
Not to put too fine a point on it, Lord Mortimer, but I doubt the Holy See would be in favor of Catholic Louisiana being handed over to secular revolutionaries and king killers.
I should think Monsieur de Richet has an opinion on this subject, does he not?
Oh boy. Well, we can use that, fortunately. France will protect the Christians. France does not need to seek the Pope's opinion. Well, that will really irritate Piaggi. Oh boy, what will they? We can try to convince him. France does not need to seek the Pope's. That's really going to upset him. Oh boy. Oh. He's been kind to us so far. Of course he's probably gonna call it a lie.
Your Eminence, have no fear over that. I am sure France will do everything in its power to protect the Christians of Louisiana.
My young friend, how can you come out with such a remark after the discussion we had on the evening of your arrival? If France was so respectful of worship, it would not be bleeding priests, as it is doing at this very moment in time. Don't be naive. This is politics. The Holy See must be concerned at seeing such a large territory falling into the hands of the French. Mi auguro che insegnerete l'educazione a questo giovanotto presuntuoso, Sir Gregory.
In any case, my lord, I doubt the English crown will agree.
Ich versichere Ihnen, Emily, nie Preußen wird diese Vereinbarung akzeptieren.
Duchess, I am persuaded that we shall find a common ground.
That's enough, William. These are grave times. We don't care about the fate of Louisiana. That worthless expanse of putrid swamps interests no one but yourself.
Speak for yourself, my friend.
Hold on there, Mr. Royal Gigolo. Lower the volume, and let Sir Gregory finish.
Home, Godoy, and now Volner? Mortimer's adversaries are ready to tear each other to pieces, and he takes a malicious pleasure in watching it happen.
How dare you!
Gentlemen, let us try to remain calm.
There you are, William. See where your projects have taken us, as per usual. Chaos! That's enough. I'm tired. We shall continue this discussion tomorrow, but please be aware that your project will never be ratified. Those who are opposed to this project, follow me. Are you coming with us, Monsieur de Richet?
Come, Gregory, I think Louis would rather stay. Wouldn't you, Louis?
Oh, we have a choice to make. Leave to assist home. Or stay to assist Mortimer. Now, if we leave, we are going to be with at least 3 people who do not like us. And I really want to know what information he can give us. Maybe we can learn more about his plan. And I'm still concerned about our mother's intentions, so I'm gonna assist Mortimer.
As for me, I think I shall remain with Lord Mortimer, Sir Gregory.
You are committing a grave error, Louis.
Time will tell.
My friends, I would like to thank you for staying.
Good God, William. What is this I hear about you reinforcing military power in Louisiana? I have no interest in having France for a neighbor, and you know that very well.
Calm down, George. Louis, explain our plan to Mr. Washington, please.
So I'm not sure I really understand where the United States is going to expand. So we know what's going to happen.
You see, Mr. President, Lord Mortimer anticipates that once France obtains Louisiana, they will cede it to you.
What do you mean? To us? The United States?
You heard right.
But
President Washington, the United States will double in size.
By what miracle have you...
You need to expand, George. You and France are the 2 major democracies in the modern world. It is necessary that you both become superpowers.
Are you really going to sponsor democracy throughout the world?
Of course, Monsieur Peru. That's why I don't want Spain to get too attached to those weapons. Please continue, Louis. Explain my vision to Mr. President.
Of course. Frankly, I didn't grasp everything, so of course.
Mr. President, Lord Mortimer intends for you to conquer all the North American continent. He's relying on you to not stop at Louisiana, but to continue to push west.
Indeed, it would be dishonest to pretend that this is not my final objective.
But why didn't you tell me before?
For more spontaneity, to keep one step ahead. Psychology.
so that Lord Mortimer would appear to be isolated without support.
Exactly. You got it, Louis.
Lord Mortimer retains the advantage by advancing undercover, and for it to work, he needed you to act surprised.
William, you haven't changed. Always one step ahead.
1 step ahead? You're joking. More like 5.
On that note, my friends, it's getting late. Mr. President, continue to take offense over my project when we resume the conference in the morning. You do it to a T. And if Sir Gregory has the audacity to send you an emissary to convince you to go against me, do me a favor. String him along if you can. The more they believe we are divided, the more we'll have our hands free.
Only too happy to oblige.
Now, let us get some rest. We've got a big day tomorrow. Good night, gentlemen.
Good night.
Louis, if you have a minute, I would like to ask a favor of you. I'm going to require your services.
How can I be of help? Tell me all about it.
Our adversaries are many, and the closing vote of the conference will soon be upon us. Time is of an essence, so I'll need you to assist me this evening.
How can I help?
I need you to go this very evening to persuade Signor Godoy to join us. He is the backbone of Gregory's resistance. Turn him round, and all the others will follow in such a stampede that Gregory will be able to do nothing but admit defeat.
Lord Mortimer, with all due respect, don't you think I'm the last person Godoy wants to talk to?
I'm sure you can do it. I believe in you.
He's hiding something from me, or alright, we shall see. So, doesn't cost us anything, and fortunately we only have 1 point left.
Lord Mortimer, you're not telling me everything.
Let's say I wouldn't disapprove if the Right Honorable, though nonetheless choleric, Duke Manuel put you in his bad books. If it could motivate him to declare war on France, it would greatly serve our interests.
War? What do you mean?
I told you before the conference. The more we distract Spain from the Americas, the less it will have an eye on Louisiana.
But all the same, we're talking about a war in Europe.
Don't worry. That's why Mr. Bonaparte is with us. I am convinced we'll be perfectly capable of managing the conflict. And Signor Godoy is not a great soldier. He will not commit Spain to a long war that he won't be capable of managing.
I'll go straight away.
Thank you, my boy. And get some rest afterwards. Big day tomorrow.
Okay, so we have to go and talk to Manuel Godoy. Oh, or something. Pick up. And, well, we can... Oh, wait, no, that's not the Carmel later. Okay, well, at least we took care of any negative traits, and... Let me see, we'll use that. That'll give us a free skill point, so we'll take that. We already looked at those notes, and it's probably not a good idea to read anything while he's standing right there. And it looks like we can talk to these two.
Aren't you afraid our projects for Italy may be discovered before we... Oh, please excuse us, Louis, but I need to speak with Lord Mortimer in private.
No. What do you want, Louis?
Some advice when approaching Godoy, and how is the rest of the conference going to play out? Well, let's ask about Godoy.
I'm going to have a word with Duke Manuel, but you know him better than I do, I believe.
Yes. Avoid any marks of respect and protocol pertaining to his rank. He's not fond of courtly manners.
Thank you for the advice, my lord.
And how is the rest of the conference going to play out?
When are we supposed to vote?
The conference resumes tomorrow morning. That leaves little time for the little favor I spoke to you about.
Indeed. I'll go straight away.
All right.
I shall be leaving you.
So, we have to go and convince Godoy that this plan is a good idea. And that's going to be a challenge. So is this...
Which four-letter word could open this chest?
What just happened to our voice? Alright, well, I haven't found anything. I haven't found anything, but maybe there's helium in that box because I don't know what happened to Louis' voice, but it got a little high there. Oh boy, that's funny. I hope the audio's like that the rest of this playthrough. Oh, what do we have over here? Oh, that's just the book that we looked at. Alright. So we are back on the guest room level. So let's see if there's anybody out and about that we can interact with. Oh wait, what happened here? Looks like something was going on.
Hey, Peru's name tag's fallen off, and his door's ajar.
Well, let's investigate. Let's see what we can look at here. Oh, we have a painting.
The Massacre of the Innocents by Rubens. A bit gloomy. Guess my room is not that bad.
That is not a very pleasant painting. Oh, we have something. We have a letter. My dear little Eleanor, I wanted to share with you my calmer thoughts of the moment. Needless to say how much I miss you and how much I regret having to be separated from you. But I know you will be virtuous, courageous, and safe with your sister, Maria Helena. I will never be able to mend my mistakes, but I do know how to save you from the consequences once and for all. Be always assured of my fatherly devotion and affection. Never doubt it, come what may. You must know that everything will turn out for the best now. I am determined to protect you whatever the price I have to pay, and so be confident and serene in times of ordeal. With all my love, your ever-proud father. Well, if Jacques wrote that, he might not be as bad of a guy as we think. But again, he was assaulting Elizabeth.
The Massacre of the Innocents, but by Van Harlem. I think that Mortimer likes to play mind games with his guests.
Another disturbing painting. Now we have a box.
A pattern with 4 circles.
Oh, we don't have the key, but yes, with subterfuges, we unlock it for no points.
Dear Monsieur Peru, I'm writing to thank you for the funds you sent. These funds will be crucial for the renovation of the western wing of the orphanage. The children you sent are doing marvelously well, and little Pierre will soon be walking. Some of them still sometimes suffer nightmares about their parents on the scaffold, but I expect they will cease in due course. Should you decide to send us more, please note that another 20 beds will soon be ready. The children and myself will never thank you enough. Long live the Republic. Long live France. Sister Marie-Hélène. I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Okay, so he is not such a bad guy. He sent children to the orphanage and... So then these paintings are even more disturbing. So, oh, looks like a coin.
Another painting on the Massacre of the Innocents? Nice decor for a Revolutionary Tribunal judge's room.
Yeah, it just seems like Mortimer likes to play mind games. Which we're aware of. And that's, I'm having such a dilemma. Deciding who's telling the truth. Like, is it our mother? Or is it, Mortimer? Who has the best interest? Knowing what our mother did to Elizabeth, it's...
Records of the police. Notes intended for the police lieutenant of Paris. It's a list of people under surveillance in Paris. And there's some well-known names on it. This is valuable information. This shouldn't be lying around.
So let's just steal it out of someone's room. Alright, we got another golden elixir that comes in handy. Where's the bed? And what exactly is going on with that? That's just like a giant shoehorn for a boot. Who knows? Good old Jacques. Well, let's see. We can't go out that way. Anything on the floor here? No, nothing on the floor. Looks like we can go out here. Oh, there's Jacques. Okay, I'm going to use some of our honey here to replenish some of these points.
Leave me, de Richet. I don't feel like talking.
Well, we can question him on the state of his room, stay and keep quiet, or leave. I'd like to know what's going on with his room.
Your door was ajar, and well, given the state of your room, I was worried.
It's none of your business.
Very well. I'll leave you then. See you tomorrow, monsieur.
Okay, he does not want to talk to us. So here's a room we can go in. I'm just curious to know if we can... Oh, we can't go in that one. Can go in that one. Can't go over there. Can't go there. So there are a couple rooms that we can look in here. So... see where this takes us. Alright. Search.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Okay, so we will use that because our next skill use will be free.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
What's this down? Oh, we have the...
It's a beautiful weapon. A Levy Damask blade. It's marked with the initials of the manufacturer in Versailles.
Okay.
My dearest son, I'm writing to implore you to act quickly. The situation is rapidly worsening here. Paoli continues to steer our motherland, Corsica, toward open warfare between France and England. His men are everywhere. We are obliged to go into hiding and are unable to remain in the same place for more than 2 days. I wouldn't be surprised if they targeted us soon. Make haste, my son. You hold our destiny in your hands. Your loving mother, Maria Letizia Bonaparte.
All right. Well, we found a letter. Oh, what do we have over here? I find it interesting that he reads some of them and not others. Dear Monsieur Bonaparte, in reply to your demand of enthronement into our society, and hereby inform you that, unfortunately, you do not meet the criteria required to become a member of the Golden Order. We are, however, honored by the interest you have shown in our research and activities. We have no doubt that your keen interest for the occult sciences will one day allow you to join us. And in anticipation of that day, please accept the expression of our full consideration, Sarah de Richet. So, she won't let Napoleon into the Golden Order. Interesting. But she was going to sell him cannons.
A bicorn decorated with a cockade. It must belong to a French soldier. The Battle of Alexander at Issus, or how Alexander the Great triumphed over King Darius. Yet another one with delusions of grandeur.
Oh. Well. Might as well grab it.
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better.
Alright.
The Beaucaire dinner. It hasn't been signed yet, but there's a letter with it.
Let's see. Read the letter. My dear Bonaparte, as promised, here are a few pages that I recommend you publish within the next few months. We both know that it is sheer lack of time that prevented you from stringing you from stringing these lines together yourself. Ideas are yours, though. No need to feel indebted. Your success will suffice for the good of all.
So, Bonaparte is going to publish a book that he didn't write. That crafty little rascal.
We can examine the writing. I'm kind of curious to know who wrote that letter.
It isn't signed. That's some quality paper. And that handwriting, I'd say it's Mortimer's.
All right.
Hannibal crossing the Alps. Another military success. Why do I get nothing but visions of horror in my room, and he gets victory after victory?
Well, he is definitely a master of shaping someone's intentions. Oh, let's just use this and then grab that. Oh, that one wears off quickly, though.
The Prince by Machiavelli. A perfect read for anyone with a surfeit of ambition. That might come in handy.
Okay. So we're learning a little bit more about Napoleon. Can we go in his bedroom? No, we can't go in there, so let's... Oh, what is this? Oh, I thought I saw something over there. Okay, let's head back out. And we can go into a room over here. Not that one, but that one.
Hey, a Russian ruble. I wonder what it'd be worth today.
I am wondering myself, Louis. Golden elixir, which we don't need.
Vercingetorix throws down his arms at the feet of Julius Caesar by Royer, two great army chiefs.
My dear Napoleon, as previously agreed, I would like to ask you to join us in January on my island to participate in the High Society meeting organized for the occasion. We shall be able to continue our discussion about our project for a new order for France. I have a proposition to make to you concerning your wish to put a strong leader at the head of France. I trust you to be discreet as to your coming. See you soon. Lord William Mortimer.
So how many rooms does Napoleon have? So, okay, well this must be the bedroom that we couldn't get into from that door. I thought we were an extra window down, though. Is there anything behind here? No.
French actor Talma is Nero in Britannicus, the last emperor of the Caesar dynasty.
And it looks like a piece of amber. Excellent, we got another point added on. Definitely comes in handy. And it looks like that is all we can inspect in this room here. And then these were not accessible. Okay. So, let's head back down here. Just so we go out the same door we came in. Okay, so we know that Mortimer likes to manipulate people. That is a definite. We were in Napoleon's room already. Is that... Can we interact with this box? No. Is this... Okay, we can't go there. Oh, we have Volner here.
Ah, Monsieur de Richet. You wouldn't have seen Duke Manuel by any chance, would you?
I was going to ask you the same question.
I wanted to speak to him, but no one will open the door. I'm not sure he's in there.
If I want to pass through, I'll have to get Volner out of the way.
Have you tried entering, make him leave, make him search somewhere else? Force your way through, move away. I'm curious to know if he's tried entering.
Perhaps he didn't hear you. Did you try entering?
No, of course not. It would not be proper, after all.
We can manipulate him. Make up a... well, we don't have enough points for that. Okay, let's move away for now. We'll come back to this.
He won't let me by. We'll have to find another way of getting into the damned room.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if there's another room that we can go into first. And if not, we will come back and manipulate it. But this is our room. Okay, so we can get into our room, which might take us out on the walkway. We can't go there. I just want to make sure we're not missing anything. Oh, we can go in George Washington's room. Okay. Oh boy. And then this brings us to Volner's room. Oh, we can go in his room. This is good. So I want to swing back over here. Okay, so that is where we started. So let's go back this way, and we can go in Volner's room first. Maybe we can find some information in here that will make him want to leave. And this is... that's the tower room, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. And then this... we're gonna go in. Collector coin?
A drachma.
Yes.
The signs of obscurantism. Honey, the remedy of the gods.
Well, this is definitely good to be getting some items that we can use.
A table of alchemical symbols. Someone circled the zinc symbol. Golden elixir. Golden elixir. A chest locked with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
Oh boy. I'll use our knowledge. Wish that's an expensive one. Oh, Volner. I don't... L-O-C-I... F-P-I-E... N-O-A-M... G-U-X-C... Oh, maybe we can come back to that. Because with that code, we could be here all day long.
The signs of the zodiac.
Something way up there.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Okay, well.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
The Great Work of the Soul by S. Madone. Pure alchemy is a thought, an art that is performed on the matter of the soul. Great alchemists work to transform and perfect the latter by a series of processes known as the Great Work. There are 4 phases to attain the ultimate in spiritual fulfillment.
Melanosis, leucosis, xanthosis, and iosis.
The human soul must descend, be corrupt, in order to become decomposed. It's something like what I felt when I think of what I found out about my mother.
Leucosis.
The soul broken up must be purified by the alchemist. Nice program. The soul must be transformed in order to attain sublimation by the recombination of the alchemist. It's tempting. Thus ends the great work. The incarnation of the purified spirit, the elevation of the soul, now become perfect. Its resurrection, thanks to the action of the alchemist. Except if the alchemist has bad intentions, then it's called manipulation. Very metaphorical as occult theories go. The human spirit being the prima materia of the alchemist.
Okay.
The alchemist is a young man.
So we looked at everything there. We can go in here and check his room. Dear Johann, I am glad you are coming. I did not doubt for a single minute that you would accept this invitation, despite the risk involved in the fact that we know each other well. Though we have gotten over many obstacles together, I cannot hide my apprehension this time around, given how high stakes are today. But having you here, Johann, is an invaluable asset. Keep up the effort, and I will be all the more proud and satisfied. I look forward to seeing you again, Gregory H. Okay. Another collector coin. Nothing we can interact with here.
The alchemist is an old man.
Amber.
Excellent. Another piece of amber. Can we go out this way? Yes, okay. We'll go out this way and try to go into the rooms from the behind. Oh, what do we have here? Perfect. And can't go in that one. Okay, so can't use golden elixir. Can't go in there. Can't go in there. What do we have? Oh. Amber
crystals.
Perfect. So I'm surprised that we can't go into any of these rooms from the backside. Okay, let's go down this way and we will check out the next room. So we are back to Elizabeth's room. We've already, well, let's see if this is a new note.
My dear Elizabeth, I'm writing to inform you of some unfortunate news. We won't be able to meet as planned on the first Sunday of May.
Okay, so that is the same letter that we read the first time we were in here. And I believe there was a box in here that we couldn't open at the time. Yeah, right over there, I think. Or is that... No, we can't do anything with it. Oh, no, right over here. Okay, different box.
A chest with a half-circle pattern.
We have the key.
There goes space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Okay. And we got mysterious notes, but we don't seem to be able to do anything with these notes. This part is taking a lot longer than I planned, but we don't always get an opportunity to search the rooms, so I definitely want to go in here while we can, because we may find something like we have with the other rooms. Inspector's journal. Golden elixir. A lot of golden elixirs.
The map of Vermont.
Ah, we got back into the helium.
Locked.
Well, we get a free use. That's actually pretty cool. I don't want to force it open because then you'll know someone was in here.
The president's personal reserve of laudanum.
Oh.
And judging by the quantity, you can't go without it. Ah, there's also a letter.
What does Mr. Washington have going on? Dear Mr. President, I am returning my answer as quickly as I can. We already spoke about it before you left, but I note that things have not improved. I urge you to follow my advice and stop taking laudanum immediately. I am already looking for a substitute, but I'm afraid you won't wait. Your excessive consummation is in danger of definitively impairing your chances of securing your next mandate. Your addiction is jeopardizing the exercise of your office and duties, my friend. I regret I see no other solution but to stop your daily intake. Yours sincerely, Dr. W. Thompson. Whew. Wow, that is some big news. Mr. Washington has a bit of a drug problem.
My dear George, I'd like to invite you to join me as planned at my place. I have a project to show you. It is time that the United States played a more important role on the world stage. I understand your reluctance of playing with fire. I know your new country is very young, but rest assured that I would do nothing to jeopardize what we have built together. I look forward to seeing you soon. Your friend, William.
This game is filled with things that make you question.
A map of Connecticut.
They make you question what is really going on, and it's confusing at times because you think you're starting to come up with a possible outcome, and it is just kind of thrown right back into your lap. So I don't know if we can trust our mother. I don't know if we can trust... Hey, there's a key, but I can't pick it up. That's interesting. So yeah, we don't know if we can trust our mother. We don't know if we can trust Mortimer. He seems to manipulate people, which you can see it by the... Okay, definitely use that. And I'll use one more just to free up some inventory space. But it is clear that he likes to manipulate people.
Portrait of George Washington.
Oh, we can...
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost. Carmelite water.
Okay.
They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
And that is what's happening too. We're getting a negative effect because we've taken so many items. From my understanding is once you take more than 4, then you get a negative side effect. Oh, that's the door that we can't go in. We can't go in Piaggi's room, but we can go in our room. See if anything has happened in here since we've been in, because we haven't really been in this room since the beginning of the game. We have all our paintings that we know about. Were we able to open that before? Oh, okay.
Golden elixir.
Well, that's actually perfect.
Golden elixir.
Grab that. And... okay. Alright, nothing new here, so we can leave our room. And so it looks like we're going to have to... yeah, so that's Piaggi's room. We can't do anything else, I guess, until we confront Volner and make him leave.
Ah, Monsieur de Richet. You wouldn't have seen Duke Manuel by any chance, would you?
I was going to ask you the same question.
I wanted to speak to him, but no one will open the door. I'm not sure he's in there.
If I want to pass through, I'll have to get Volner out of the way.
Make him leave. Make him search somewhere else. We can manipulate him. Let's do this.
I've searched all over the manor, but I can't find him.
One thing's for sure, Monsieur de Richet. He's neither in his room nor on this floor. I've just looked all over.
I propose we both look for him. The first to find him tells the Duke that the other is also looking for him. Agreed?
Perfect. Let's do that. I shall have a look in the library. If you find the Duke before me, tell him I want to speak to him.
Yes. Let's proceed as you say.
Thank you, Monsieur de Richet.
Right. Now be a good boy and go look somewhere else.
Alright, Volner is gone. I get the feeling he's going to be dead. There's already been one murder. Let's look around here and see what we can find about Bedoy. Carmelite water. Found a key with an air symbol. We can go out his door. Another collector coin.
Manuel Godoy. A painting of himself in his room. Now that's not going to help him develop a sense of modesty.
Royal jelly is full, so we're definitely going to use one.
The Kiss of Judas, painted by Caravaggio. This is how Judas pointed out Christ to the Roman soldiers. Can you imagine a worse betrayal? Don Quixote. Talking without thinking is like shooting without taking aim. I'm gonna have to think about that one. Prometheus. Punished for stealing fire from the gods and giving it to man.
Okay, so we looked around this area. Let's check the bedroom. Golden elixir we don't need. Amber.
Amber.
Found a manuscript. Okay, I don't... Oh, wait. We can... I think we might be full on that. Devil's Thorn. We can use that just in case we run into him outside.
Brutus and his companions taking an oath to kill Caesar.
Another collector coin. And let's see if we can go out on... Oh, no, not out that one. That one doesn't really have a walkway. Did we look at both of those? Oh, no, we didn't.
Mary Louise of Parma. How ironic having a painting of the Queen of Spain in one's room, my Lord Duke.
Notice something or observe the painting.
It looks like someone's hidden something on the back of this painting. It's a letter. Of course, it's written in Spanish. And it reeks of lavender. Well, well, Mr. Godoy, you seem very interested in hiding this letter. Another secret romance, I presume?
Ah, we don't have linguistics. Lord Duke, here is the information obtained by our intelligence service. I can confirm that Mr. Hay is indeed working on an agreement with Great Britain. The aim seems to be to weaken the French economy and secretly that of the Spanish by seizing merchandise at sea. Our treasuries are already suffering from the embargo on French food products. Such a treaty would mean the ruin of our colonies. I have no doubt that you will be able to swiftly find a diplomatic solution, awaiting further instructions. Okay, so I'm glad we didn't miss anything on the desk. Now we can go out here. Yes. Nothing over that way, and we can't go there anyway. Huh. So you can go in there. Let's... Well, so we can't do that room. We can go in there. This is pretty crazy. So this is back into our room. So we found a letter. But nothing out of the ordinary there. Well, I guess we're already taking an extensive amount of time in this part. But I want to just double check here because... This is just to make sure we didn't miss anything important. And I'm not seeing anything. So I guess we have to go downstairs and try to find him. So Volner said he was going to the library. Maybe one of these guys know.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
Ah, do you know where Godoy is?
Have you seen Duke Manuel?
The Duke is in the dining room, sir.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's not where we can go. So the dining room is out through here. Ah.
Duke Manuel?
Well, well. Monsieur de Richet, I was not expecting you. I am not in the mood, sir, I warn you. What do you want from me, sir?
Confrontation start. Ask why he was angry when he arrived. Rally him to Mortimer. Remind him of our country's common interests. I've come to get some fresh air. Volner's looking for you. About her spat at the conference. I'd like to know why he was angry.
I see you're still feeling under pressure. Since your arrival, I've noticed that you've been on the defensive. It seems to me that Monsieur Peru has a knack for getting your back up.
That is the least you can say. Indeed, I was warned. I knew what to expect. For God's sake, why in the hell did your people execute their king? Have the French gone stark raving mad? There are nothing but monarchies in power in Europe. They will all come crashing down on you.
We shall see. It might, well, turn out to be the opposite.
All right.
You certainly do not lack for audacity, young man. Just tell me one thing, monsieur. Why did you side with Mortimer? He is alone, isolated. The United States can do nothing to help you, and France is surrounded by over 10 countries, just waiting for the word to pounce. Really, I do not see why you choose Mortimer.
Because he's going to beat home, because the Order supports Mortimer. The United States will become the greatest democratic state in the world. Occultism. The Order does support Mortimer. That takes 4 points, though. But let's try it.
The Golden Order, my friend. The Order is everywhere. We come from France. We are President of the United States, England, and many other countries. We have ambitions and the means to carry them out. You'll see, once all hell breaks out and your English support starts to fade away. The Order is an international organization. It matters little what governments do. Otherwise, why would Mortimer have gone to the trouble of inviting my mother?
If you are right, Sir Gregory has got it all wrong. Tell me, do you really believe Spain has any interest in ceding Louisiana to France?
What would he gain from doing so? Spain could get a good price for the territory. Louisiana poses more problems than it brings. Fight against England together? Off the top of my head, I don't see. So Louisiana does pose problems.
First of all, the question is to know what Louisiana can be used for. We agree that today, all it brings you is death. Every day, a few more Spaniards die far from their birthplace.
I cannot deny that Louisiana is a veritable quagmire. You have a point there.
Wow,
Tell me
doing
one
good so
last
far.
thing. What would I gain from all this?
Oh, let's see. So Mortimer will be grateful to you. Speak to him about what he won't lose, rather. I think that's a better option, so I'm going to have to use that. Oh, I don't have diversion. Oh, no. And he's not worried about his position, they said, so...
You unshackle yourself from Sir Gregory, who, let's face it, takes up a lot of space.
What are you talking about?
My friend, I'm guessing that you wouldn't mind getting a little freedom from the overbearing control he exerts?
I would never have gotten where I am today without him. He is an influential man who is true to his word and who has always given me his full attention.
But he obliges you to...
That's enough. I will not allow you to stab him in the back. Sir Gregory is a respectable gentleman, and your petty manipulations have no effect on me. If that is your only argument, then you are on the wrong track.
Oh, no. So... Oh, okay, good. There we go. We just didn't have enough points.
I'm sure that Lord Mortimer will be very appreciative. He's always supported those who have given him help. And you know well that he has every means to do so.
That at least is true.
Come on, you fool, give it up. You're trapped like a rat.
Monsieur, I am astounded. I did not think you capable, but you have succeeded. I will be more wary of you the next time. Nonetheless, if you can guarantee Lord Mortimer's support, then yes, can count on my vote when the time comes. However, I expect you to be discreet with regard to my former partners, without which our agreement would become null and void.
Of course, my Lord Duke. You can count on me. Lord Mortimer will be delighted to hear the news.
I hope you know what you are getting into, Louis. I bid you good luck.
Good night, my Lord Duke. See you tomorrow.
Well, that's one thing out of the way. The only thing left to do is wait for the conference to resume tomorrow morning.
Okay, well, we made it through, and now we can go back up to our room and go to bed. And hopefully, this is the end of the episode, or this chapter anyway, because this, like I said, this part has been a lot longer than I had intended, but we got a lot of good information. So we can go back upstairs. And that's her room again. So let's go back here. We'll go to our room. And then go to sleep and see what happens. So we convinced Godoy, which was good. Fortunately, we had some of the honey because we were out of ability points, and that could have come back to hurt us if we were just unable to convince him. So let's find our room here, and of course I went the longest way possible. This is... Oh, wait a minute. Ours is around the corner. Did I just run past it? I think I just ran past our room. Did I? I'm lost. Oh, it's been a long one. And... oh, okay, yeah, our room's next to Piaggi. Here we go. Alright. Oh, hello.
Good evening, Monsieur le Français.
Duchess, you're here. What a charming surprise. I'm beginning to think you can't be without me.
You have managed to penetrate my armor, sir. Am I disturbing you, perhaps?
Not at all, Emily.
That's not what I said.
Ah, by the way, you surprised me during the conference.
Why's that?
Well, you are going to lose. Why stay with Lord Mortimer?
I believe he has every chance of winning.
My, you are a rash one. However, if ever you want to change sides, please feel free to let me know.
But tell me, you didn't come here to try and make me change my mind, did you?
That's the last thing on my mind, although you would have everything to gain by it.
I prefer Mortimer. Why would I change sides? Well...
do you perhaps know something that I don't? Come on, Emily. It's time you lay your cards on the table.
She knows something about Louisiana, or she knows something about Mortimer. Let's see.
If you have a good reason for Spain to keep Louisiana, I'm all ears.
Louis, I can assure you on good authority that the Crown will never let France take over Louisiana without taking firm action. Your country has everything to lose, especially now, it being weakened as it is on the home front.
In other words, you believe the aim is to weaken France?
Just an observation, Louis. Louis, if you trust me, you ought to ask yourself why I have chosen home. You do trust me, don't you?
Ooh. With everything that's been going on with our mother... and all... oh, boy. I do. We trust her.
Of course, Emily.
Admit, though, that it does make you think. There's still time, you know. Join us, before it's too late.
Change sides or stay for Mortimer? I'm gonna... Oh boy, that's a tough one though, because even Washington is a drug addict. Let's stick with our choice.
Unfortunately, my word is my bond. I don't want to leave Lord Mortimer in the lurch.
Very well, as you wish. It's up to you to decide.
Tell me, are these visits to Mortimer's always so intense?
Yes and no. My sister doesn't normally disappear like she has. Any news of your mother?
Speak to her about Emma. Tell her Sarah's been seen.
Still nothing. And you? Any news of your sister?
No, but knowing her, I'm persuaded she's on someone's trail. You'll see. She'll surprise us all.
If only you knew, Emily. You're right. We must remain positive. I'm sure it won't be long before she turns up.
My thoughts too. She is Duchess Hillsborough after all.
And as such, she is capable of anything.
I am sure that you'll appreciate her. You'll see.
No doubt about that.
And it might turn out that you prefer her to me. Who knows?
Maybe so, or not really.
Indeed. Who knows?
You like to play with fire, Louis. Can we change subject, please? I didn't come here to go through all that again.
Of course, it's late. You're right.
Okay, she's trying to manipulate us too. Oh.
Come, Louis.
It's only been like 30 seconds.
My friends, do not worry. I assure you that Lord Mortimer's plan will never see the light of day. I shall deal with informing our allies, but for the time being, I need you to make a stand.
What do you think about Monsieur de Richet?
I don't know yet. I feel there's great potential in him. He looks like he can be trusted. And Duchess Hillsborough, why isn't she here? She's busy. Don't worry about her.
Oh, isn't it time to replace her?
Not so fast, sir. She is an important figure. You ought to have a little more faith in her. What are we going to do about Washington? He will be a hard nut to crack. On our chessboard, he is Mortimer's king. Don't worry. Mr. President only wants one thing: to keep his dear America united. He won't jeopardize everything he has achieved on a whim. He has been serving Mortimer for quite some time. It won't be easy to bring him around. Do you feel all right, Mr. Godoy? You haven't said a word.
Please excuse me, gentlemen. I feel tired.
Oh, I see. I think it is high time you left us then. Now!
Oh.
Emily? Emily? Are you there?
Sir, the conference is about to begin. You are expected in the conference room.
Tell them I'm coming. Thank you.
Come on, Louis. The game is back on.
My friends, the conference is about to begin. Please excuse me if I troubled you last night with my project. I understand that you might well have a few questions to ask. As you know, the final vote will be cast in a few days. This morning's aim is to answer your questions and check the temperature of your respective positions so that we may reach a greater understanding.
As always, Lord Mortimer.
We parted in perfect disagreement, my lord. Where would you like us to take it from?
Come, sir. Please let William believe he still has a chance of winning us over. Otherwise, his imprecations will lack panache, and we shall be bored stiff.
Oh, let me reassure you, I am convinced that a good night's sleep has brought sound advice, and that this morning will be even more interesting. Therefore, I would like to go around the table in order to hear everyone's first impressions.
Well, I am still firmly against it, even though my choice won't count.
Against.
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 And you, Duke Manuel?
Well, you see, it is more complicated and it...
Calm, Gregory. Don't try to impress my guests, please.
They are not your guests.
Gregory, anyone under my roof is by definition my guest. You included. I would be very grateful if you would let my guests speak. Duke Manuel, you were saying you still had some doubts?
Well, you see, the situation has changed since last night.
What's going on here, my Lord Duke?
You see, I gave it some thought during the night. New arguments have come to light.
What do you mean, Duke Manuel?
Sir Gregory, I regret to inform you that Spain will not support you in this operation. I vote for. Moreover, in response to arguments brought to my attention, I declare war on France.
What? What is he doing?
If you think France is afraid of you, you are dreaming.
Over 10 nations rise against you, young man, and you behave like a yapping little dog?
When the French armies are at your door, my Lord Duke, you will change your tune. Well, as for me, I am for Lord Mortimer's project, despite Duchess Hillsborough's overwhelmingly convincing nocturnal attentions.
What? So Emily was playing at trying to win over guests last night?
It was nothing more than a friendly little chat, of course.
How could it be otherwise? And by the way, remember me to your husband when you see him. And you, President Washington, what is your position?
For, of course.
Well, that leaves just yourself and Monsieur Peru, Louis.
You're all making me sick. Look at yourselves.
What?
You are pathetic!
Have you been drinking or what?
There you are, quibbling away. My Lord Duke this, and Madame Duchess that. You know very well that we're nothing but puppets on a damn string.
Jacques,
Let's end the charade. It's over.
Jacques.
My lord, thank you for everything you've done for me over the years. But it didn't come for free. And now I see the price is too high to pay. I'll stop.
Come, Jacques, we'll talk it over.
No, I'm finished. I want my freedom back, my lord. I shall no longer work for you.
We are going to intervene.
Wait!
De Richet, you just can't help it, can you? Stop trying to play the hero, man!
He doesn't deserve that. I'm going to help him. He's not going to kill anyone. Make him think of his child. And I don't have diversion, so it's not like him. So we can use this for 0 points.
Monsieur, I know I don't really know you, but you seem like a decent person.
I have done so many horrible things!
You blame yourself, I can see that. Everything's not lost.
I don't want to do bad things anymore.
You can take control of yourself again. You can fix whatever it is you've done.
Do you really believe that?
Of course, Jacques. You'll have all the time you need.
Let's see, logic level 2. Okay, so we have to use this. And we can do that for 2 points.
Jacques, you're not alone.
There's nothing you can do against him.
Of course there is. We've already started.
How can you say that knowing he's already probably gotten rid of your mother, Louis?
No, he hasn't. She's still here. She's alive, Jacques.
But...
Yes, trust me.
Take it from him.
Calm down now, Jacques. It's over.
You have no idea what you just put me through.
It would be nice if we could all settle down a bit. And let us thank Louis for his intervention. It was very courageous of him. Monsieur Peru, you could have seriously hurt someone if Monsieur de Richet here hadn't stopped you. Your behavior is unacceptable. You would do better to go and rest in your apartment. My friends, we shall continue the conference later.
Wow.
I would like to apologize for the inexcusable behavior of my guest. We all need to recover from all of this excitement. Take the rest of the day off.
Okay, well that is the end of chapter 8. That one was very, very long. Almost over double the length of the others. So, no failures. That is fantastic. So we chose to follow Lord Mortimer, participated in the conference, convinced Manuel Godoy, did not allow myself to be convinced by Lady Hillsborough, saved Jacques Peru, found out that Lord Mortimer has a role in the rise of Napoleon Bonaparte, found out that Sir Gregory Holm and von Volner have close ties, reassured Sarah de Richet, slept with Lady Hillsborough. That's a success. Alternate paths. Could have allowed myself to be convinced by Lady Hillsborough. Could have followed Sir Gregory Holm. Could have found out Jacques Peru's secret. Okay. So, I would say overall that was a very good chapter. I'm amazed we had no failures. We got a new level. 2 new levels. So we have 8 points available. So what can we do here? Do we have... Okay, so we can open linguistics. We can get diversion. So this will help us out in the long run because now these skills are available. I'm actually... I hope this doesn't come back to haunt me, but I want to see what happens if we get a skill up to level 3. Oh wow, skill use is completely free all the time. Alright.